You hear the "We Want Boston" chants here in Miami.
The "We Want Boston" chants are raining down, and everybody keeps saying, oh, be careful what you wish for, be careful what you wish for. No. I wish for this. At this point in the season, I wish for this. I want this. I am ready to die in battle. I am ready to die in glory. Because you know what? You know right now, Spo, he's in heaven right now. He lives for this. That psycho, you know he is tucked away somewhere in a cave around a cauldron, cooking up some kind of Spo masterclass to throw at the Celtics. Because right now, we have nothing to lose. It's like the Bob Dylan song, Like a Rolling Stone. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. Good Bob Dylan impression, right? I'm a big Bob Dylan guy. I have all these new subscribers, and I thank you guys, and it's amazing. I can't believe anyone watches this channel. I've been down in South Florida. I'm actually training for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. They said they need a guy who's around Kyle Lowry's age and around Kyle Lowry's height, who has a pretty good jump shot and could play backup for Jamari Bouye. And I said, I'm the guy. So I'm down there training, and I was kind of at a point in the Miami season where I was apathetic. I was apathetic with how things were going. And I was like, you know what? Excuse my French, but let's just shit or get off the pot with this season already. There was a part of me that thought we were going to rally and end up being like the 5th or 6th seed. I had a little smidgen of that hope. And then like once we lost to the Wizards, I kind of saw the writing on the wall. And I was like, yeah, we're going to be in the play-in again. And man, after that the whole Sixers game, I, along with a lot of other Heat people, were just miserable. I was just miserable. I just felt so bad after that game when Jimmy got hurt, man. But then I'm watching this game against the Bulls, and I realized something. We're all of a sudden, besides Kevin Love, a very young team. Kyle's gone. Jimmy, he's out. And apart from Kevin Love, the oldest guy, I think, is Caleb Martin, who's like 27 or 28. And I'm watching, and I'm like, did we just score on a fast break? Are we scoring in transition? This is amazing. This is a miracle. It was really, really fun to watch. And I know it's the Bulls. This is one thing I really want to know from you guys in the comment section. What is your opinion on the play-in at this point? Because I gotta be honest, it seems like the play-in's been well received, but there is a part of me that does think it's a colossal waste of time. You look at the Western Conference, it should have been the Lakers against the Thunder. It probably would have worked out better for the Lakers. And then you could have had a healthy Zion going against the Nuggets, and we could have seen a healthy Zion playing in the playoffs for the first time. Now we're not getting any of that. Now it's going to be Nuggets and Lakers again, and now you have no Zion against the Thunder. And now in the Eastern Conference, we have to go through this whole rigmarole of these two games only to get to where we would have been in the first place, right? Am I right with that? Like, we would have been playing the Celtics anyway because we were the 8th seed anyway. We have to play these two games. Jimmy gets hurt. Then we got to play the dopey Bulls. So, sorry, Bulls, but you got to blow that team up. It's time. It was time last year. It's still time. You got to. I feel so bad for Bulls fans, but we're over here playing a team that has no business competing to be in the playoffs. They're below 500. We beat them, and now we're in the same place that we would have been anyway, except we have no Jimmy Butler. It doesn't make any sense. Am I wrong on this? Feel free to push back on me. Anyway, I digress. There's my little play-in rant. Let me know what you think. But yes, the Bulls are not very good. But context is important. You have to remember, they just came off a really big win against the Hawks. You have Kobe White, career high, 42 points. The vibes with them are good. The vibes with us, awful. Absolutely awful. We lose to the Sixers. Jimmy Butler gets hurt. We blow another lead. The whole 9 yards. I see all these Heat podcasts and Twitter and all these people saying that they hope that we'll lose to the Bulls. They just want this to be over. Absolutely lambasting Tyler Herro, using him as a scapegoat. I mean, my God, I'm watching some of these podcasts, and it's like 6 fat kids sitting around absolutely dragging Tyler through the mud. And believe me, I am not a Tyler stan. And I'm not a Tyler hater. I kind of just take Tyler for who he is. And I hope he gets to a point where he can consistently stay healthy and can consistently contribute. And I think since he's come back from his injury pretty recently, he's been pretty good. And in the fourth quarter, down the stretch in that Sixers game, where are we supposed to get our offense from? Bam is dealing with Embiid. Jimmy is playing on one leg. Jovic wasn't really playing much. You're not going to get that much offense out of Haywood. You're only going to get so much out of Jaime. Jaime was, solid, but everything was kind of resting on Tyler. And the guy had 16 points in the fourth quarter. Was he inefficient? Yes. But where would we be that quarter without his 16 points? Did he have that big backcourt violation? Yeah. He shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. We shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. We shouldn't be in the damn play-in in the first place. But here we are. You could also argue that Batum pushed him. Everybody's saying, "Oh, how did you get blocked by Batum?" Do you want to know how he got blocked by Batum? Are you ready? This is why Tyler got blocked by Batum. Hold on to your hats.
I mean, they showed me that play, like coaches showed me that play in the video literally like a minute before. So we're expecting that play, like for them to go around and catch it go right and shoot it like right away. That's exactly the play they showed me like a minute before. So I was expecting it.
And also, who the hell expected Nick Batum to turn to Ray Allen and go 6 for 10 from 3 and have his best game of the season? And look, man, give credit where credit's due. Nick Nurse made really good adjustments in that second half. You know what? I don't care. Bring on the Celtics, baby, because we have nothing to lose. They have everything to lose. Let me tell you, if we win just one game at the Boston Garden, or whatever it's called, it's the Boston Garden. TD Garden, it's the Boston Garden. Just like the Lakers, it's always going to be the Staples Center. It's always going to be the Boston Garden, all right? If we win one game in the Boston Garden, like if we win, game one might be ugly, but game two, my eyes are on game two. My eyes are on game two. Oh, if we win one game without Jimmy in the Boston Garden, oh, I'm partying like we just won the finals. I'm getting drunk. This channel is gonna be a whole party. Whatever happens, I don't care if we get swept. I don't care. As long as we play hard and we make it tough, you make it interesting, that is going to be a great experience for all these guys, but especially guys like Jaime and a guy like Jovic, man. To be playing on that stage this early in their careers, man. But I'm telling you, I feel like we're going to get 1 or 2 games. I do. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. It's always Heat in 5. Of course, it's always Heat in 5. But, realistically, I feel like we're going to sneak 1 or 2 games against them. Because let me tell you, like this Miami Heat team, first of all, how about this little statistic? Are you ready? The Heat are 23-16 when missing either Jimmy, Bam, or Tyler. That's a better record than when all 3 of them are playing together. That's insane. That's also kind of a problem. But for now, that could work to our advantage. And I think this is going to be a really big opportunity for Tyler, a big opportunity for Bam. Here, how about this little stat? I went and did some digging here. Remember that game that happened only 2 months ago? The one back in February? We only lost to the Celtics by 4. Guess who was not playing? Jimmy Butler. Guess who our lead scorer was? Tyler Herro, 24 points. Bam had a 20-point double-double. We only lost by 4, okay? So we already showed that we can give this team problems without Jimmy, all right? Now, that was in the regular season when we were miserable. Now, this is the postseason. You know what we turn into in the postseason. You know how Spo gets in the postseason. We all turn into a bunch of psychopaths, all right? And look, the Celtics team, they're great. I have nothing but respect for the Celtics. But we know their track record. Even last season, the Hawks took them to 6 games in the first round. Sixers took them to 7 games in the second round. And the Heat beat them, went up 3-0, lost 3, blew them out at Boston in Game 7. After Jimmy Butler busted his ankle against the Knicks, no Tyler, Vic Oladipo got hurt, so we were all beat up, and we still did what we did against them. So, also, this Miami Heat team, we have done nothing but face adversity this entire regular season. We have, they said on the broadcast yesterday, we've had 18 different starters for the team this year. I don't even know how that's possible. We've had 18 different guys start for this team. That's insane. And we had 35 different starting lineups. I think the only other 2 teams that are close to us in that is the Blazers and the Grizzlies. And you see how their seasons turned out. So between the injuries and the bad losses, the beating ourselves, all that kind of stuff, This team has done nothing but walk through fire all season long. And it's hellish and it's miserable, but it does build character. Whereas the Celtics, as great as they are, they have not faced any adversity this whole season long. It has been a tiptoe through the tulips with them. They've had no real injuries. It's been nothing but wins, and it's been lovely. And it seems like everything's breaking their way already for the playoffs because we're without Jimmy. Knicks, they have no Julius Randle. Bucks, they're without Giannis. And even the Sixers. Embiid does not seem to be 100% healthy. He looked really gassed against the Heat, and that knee does not seem to be 100%. But yes, the Celtics are great. By far the best record in the league. Better than last year. Porzingis was a great addition. Drew Holiday was a great addition. After seeing how we played the Bulls last night, and yeah, it's the Bulls, but I think if they can go into this series just playing loose, playing free, in a flow state, play fast, get it in the mud, torment them on defense, I think this is a great opportunity for DeLon Wright, for Haywood Highsmith, for Caleb to really, really muck things up on defense. We might see some really interesting stuff. Like the word on the street is Jovic is going to be on Porzingis and Bam is going to be on Jaylen Brown. Just from purely a basketball perspective, I think the Heat are definitely going to bring something really, really interesting. Speaking of interesting basketball, even the Sixers and Heat game, that was a really, really interesting game of basketball. And I think Heat fans were just so upset with Jimmy getting hurt and losing that game the way we lost, and Batum doing to us what he did, that they forgot, how much of a chess match that game was, especially between Spo and Nick Nurse. I'll put a pinned link in the comments down below. Great channel called Hoop Venue. Not a big channel. I think it has only maybe 70 or so thousand subscribers, but the guy does a really good job at breaking down the chess match between Nick Nurse and Spo. Anyway, against the Celtics, I think Spo is going to throw the kitchen sink at this Celtics team. And like I said, he lives for this stuff. And these guys on this team, this is a tough bunch of dudes, competitors, gritty bunch of guys. They're going to be loving this too, man. They're going to be loving this. So I can't wait. But just to talk about that Bulls game a little bit more, there were so many great things about that game that hopefully we can take and implement that into this Celtics series as well. Definitely Tyler's style of play that game, much more efficient, much better shot selection, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Had that exact same stat line in November against the Wizards when we went on that 7-0 win streak before he got hurt and sprained his ankle in that Grizzlies game. Duncan Robinson is back. That's something that a lot of people aren't talking about. That's really, really big. And not only did Duncan come back, he was really good in those 12 minutes that he played. 8 points, 3 rebounds, and assists. 2 for 4 from 3. Had a really nice lob to Bam. Really great to see Duncan back. Jaime, of course, incredible. A lot of the offense was being run through him. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 for 16 from the field. Great, great game from Jaime. Jovic doing a little bit of everything. 6 assists. Had a couple really, really nice blocks. Had some pretty nice defense on whether it was on Vucevic, on DeMar DeRozan. Really happy with him. Bam, his defense has been great. Hopefully we can get a little more out of him on the offensive end. He did have a big double-double in that February game against Boston, so hopefully we'll get more out of Bam. And then, of course, Haywood and DeLon and Caleb just absolutely pestering everybody on defense, man. Amazing to see. And, of course, last but not least, Kevin Love. Best backup big in the league. I don't care. I'll fight anyone on that. This guy played 12 minutes and had 16 points and 7 rebounds. 2 for 3 from 3, 10 for 10 from the free throw line. This guy shot 10 free throws in 12 minutes, plus 19 in 12 minutes. Insane. And he's done this all season long. This guy comes in 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 18 minutes, and is just unbelievably productive. It was really timely when Kevin Love did this because it was in the third quarter and we went on a really, really important 12-0 run. And it all started with that crazy fast break from Tyler where he had that awesome behind the back pass to Caleb, who, of course, had the foot on the line too. We all know, all real Miami Heat fans know that when Caleb Martin has his foot on the line, he is Steph Curry. And then DeLon Wright had the inbound steal, and that led to a three-pointer from DeLon Wright, and then he drew an offensive foul. And then Tyler hit a three. Kevin Love on that 12-0 run, 6 of those points came from Kevin Love free throws. So that's it. I'm rambling. This is one of these kind of rambling videos. So, if you're new to this channel and you just subscribed and this is the first video you're seeing, like, I'm sorry I haven't been around. This is one of these kind of rambling, free-form kind of videos. And I apologize if it's not that good. But Heat Celtics tomorrow. Got to keep the game in the mud, keep the score low, make things uncomfortable for them. We have probably a Spo masterclass. Look, like I said, don't be surprised if the first game is a blowout, because I'm looking to game number 2. Game number 2 is where my eyes are. Play fast, play loose, play hard, play free. Remember, the Heat, they got nothing to lose. They got nothing to prove. Jimmy's out. Forget about Jimmy coming back. Terry with this neck thing, that's a big mystery. Forget about him coming back. Like I said, do your best and die a glorious death. Who cares? Have fun. It's the playoffs. I can't wait. I was so kind of like miserable and down the way the regular season ended and the play-in and Jimmy getting hurt in that Philly game. And I was like, oh, God. And then I'm watching that Bulls game last night and how that went. And now we get to play the Celtics. And I'm like, oh, weight has been lifted off our shoulders now. And it's like, we're in the playoffs. Just have fun. Go out there and hoop. Worst case scenario, you get swept, you try hard, you do your best, and it's a great, great experience for all the guys, but especially the younger guys. I can't wait for tomorrow's game. All right, that's it. I'm talking too much. All right, goodbye.